Greetings, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Mental Health Moment with Dr. Matt. As always, I hope this message finds you well. So, this morning, like most others, I woke up, got out of bed, turned the news on, flipping through some news on my phone, taking a look through some social media, and the one thought that kept coming to mind was, we have to do better. And the big question is, why do we keep doing this? I know that there's a lot of violence in the world, a lot of sadness in the world, a lot in the world that's outside of our control. But for what's within our control, I keep wondering, why do we do things that make it worse? Why do I see otherwise great people attacking other groups? I see people posting things that just don't make any sense. They're extremely offensive. Just why do we continue doing this? I remember, I think it was about 10 years or so ago, I was at a party and I saw this poster on the wall. It said, "All I really need to know I learned in kindergarten." This was based off that classic book from Robert Fulghum. I was like, well, you learn a lot more since kindergarten. But I think I'm really getting it, because the way that I see kindergartners, my young kids, the way that they treat one another is not like what I'm seeing with these adult populations, the individuals who should really know better. I remember recently I was walking by a playground and heard a child swear, looked at the child, didn't even say a word. Sorry, I'm so sorry, sir. Or, there's another situation at a birthday party where one kid didn't get the gift bag and other kids came together to share some of their stuff, and so that child could feel better. I was like, wow. I said, where do we really go wrong along the way? And, I'm thinking back, and I'm a T-ball coach, and my first season wasn't good, and was trying to figure out how to get it together in the second season, and kind of used as a mantra a saying from Sesame Street with the Cookie Monster and Smart Cookies. And they always say, "Cookie, you have to stop and think it through." Cookie Monster would try to resolve all these different types of riddles and crimes and mysteries and so on. You always get them wrong because he was too busy focusing on everything else what we need to focus on. But when he would stop and think it through, he would eventually get it. And I shared with my T-ball team that year, I said, hey, let's be smart cookies and stop and think it through. And guess what? Our first winning season together. So this is why I challenge the adults. We need to stop and think it through. So many of these things that we learn as children, are so true and really do need to carry forward. We need to think that when we are sharing, our thoughts with other people, which we are all free to do, we have to ask, is what I'm doing something helpful, or is it something that's going to be a hindrance and make it worse? Because I can tell you collectively that all of us out there are feeling our own pain in different types of ways, and we're all trying to get by, but we really need to do the work to support one another to ensure we're moving in the right direction instead of a wrong direction. And one of the last things I want to see is surrounding communities having hate crimes where 6-year-olds are being murdered. Again, this is unacceptable and we need to do better. So, as they say to Cookie Monster and Sesame Street adults, stop and think it through. And I think maybe the world can be a better place. Thank you.